So did that increase our heat too? An extra 35. And we output 330 only. It's only going to get colder. Have we stockpiled anything? We have 15.9 cane stockpile. Is there an easier way to see that? Oh, I guess it's the bar there, yeah. Okay. Well. Let's build that. Hospital finished. Demand and requirements. Buildings and districts have their requirements represented in resources, workforce, or both. If those are not fulfilled, the district will cease to function or become disabled. On the other hand, they also have their demand. This amount, I was just looking at the images, this amount contributes to your overall demand in the city, meaning that if it's not fulfilled, it will increase your city's problems, cold, crime, hunger, disease, and squalor, but it will not affect the district's output. The district will work the same as long as the requirements are fulfilled. The requirements are listed in the top section of the district panel. And keep in mind that you'll need to fulfill all of them to keep the district running. All factors that increase the city's demand are listed in total demands below requirements. Alright. So, like over here, we need to have 900 workforce. Why is there an asterisk beside it? We need to have 900 workforce. Right. Okay, so we should have, well, everything's in the red. Oh dear. Wait, how do we get more people all of a sudden? Babies grew up. We're running low on food as well. Bro, I'm in trouble. Surely something in the research tree will help us. Help me, Batman. I was just seeing if you can, like, overwrite a research. You cannot. Which makes sense. Economy. Famine prevention. Maintenance duty. Housing block. Plus 5 shelter availability, but also 5 demand increase. Residential tower designated to provide shelter to a large number of citizens in a limited amount of space. I don't know, dude. Advanced coal mines. So the hippies say industrial-sized hothouse where organic waste ferments into large vats, fertilizing revolving shelves of crops. Disease slightly increased, 20 heat demand. This is less workforce required, less food output. Industrial-sized hothouse where chemical nutrients are injected into tubs of crops to accelerate their growth. Squalor slightly increased, double heat demand. I think we go with the hippies on this one. We go with the hippies on this one. I don't know, what is it? The city grows. Stewart, a new count has revealed significant growth in our population in recent weeks. Chat, can you guys stop fucking? Please. Alright. Can't afford to have more kids. Unless we send them to the coal mines. This game looks really complex and fun. I mean, it's getting kind of complex, yeah. Kind of like mid-complexity compared to other builders I've played so far, but we're also still like learning it and stuff, so nowhere near able to give like a more rounded feeling on it yet. It's cold, gotta keep warm. Can't you just jerk off into socks? Some attribute the rise to an influx of settlers from the Frostland, others to births outnumbering deaths. Whatever the cause, we've adjusted our calculations as the city needs to reflect the new numbers. Oh, goody. Oh, it's about to get cold again, too. Oh, goody. Let's pass laws, I guess. I need 80 heat stamps, though, so it's going to be a bit. Right, 46. Also, this game has, like, you know, there's less focus on, like, in the other game you went, like, through days, right? And, like, the work shift day and, like, when people would stop working and start working and extending shifts that way. There's less of that micro in this one. Like, you can see the time in the top left. It just goes in weeks, like, quickly. Like, you don't control it on a daily basis. You just control it more macro, like, do you have overtime in this sector or not? Immigrants sealed the border. All right. Council Hall. Seat of the council where delegates representing the city's inhabitants meet to discuss and reenact laws. I was just built in the middle. Okay. All right. Let's do that. Council gathers for the first time. We can vote on new laws. First council session. People cheer as the gates of the council open. It feels like a piece of the world lost to the frost has been regained. The people are hopeful to have their voices heard while the machinists and foragers clash about our survival strategy. Neither has a firm stance on economic or social issues. However, many of their ranks do, that they keep to the shadows for now. To pass any law in the council, you need the majority of delegates to support it. Open the session. Oh, shit. Hear ye, motherfucker. The council. People of the city send 100 delegates to represent them. Your sole role as steward is to propose laws that will be put to a vote. This is the last time people cheer. Alright, well, we know what we're doing with Toon. However, communities have different outlooks on many things. You may have to negotiate or pressure them to get enough support. I see. Propose a law. Law proposal takes 10 weeks. Oh, Jesus. Survival. Nebulous, uninformed idea can become apparent through research or events. The council. The council is where delegates vote for laws. Laws can greatly impact a city and affect its zeitgeist. You can propose laws, but they have to be voted on by the majority to take effect. Communities and factions will fight for or against different laws depending on their views. You can find information about their views in the corresponding community panels. There are a few different methods to affect how delegates vote for a specific law in the council. You can utilize these methods after proposing a law. Okay. Also, that population growth one. Population growth is a measure of how fast your city grows. It's both a combination of immigrants coming to your city as well as new people being born in it. When the situation in the city is favorable, meaning you do not have any major problems, population growth will progress quickly and new people will arrive much sooner. However, when issues in the city are overwhelming, population growth becomes stagnant. You can solve that by improving conditions in your city or researching new methods to fight the most pressing problems in the idea tree. Some laws also directly increase population growth. Yes, animal. Who just pooped or something. It was little one this time. Little one made a big one. My little tomcat. Yeah. Poop stuck to your bun today? No, you're good. Food additives. There are no established standards for which additives can be put in food in times of need. Alternative policies. Food output per capita slightly increased. Forged additives, chemical additives. Food production efficiency is significantly increased, but disease is marginally increased. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Show us that my cat had unrelentless diarrhea. Goods. There are no defined standards for how goods are produced. Mass-produced goods, good production efficiency is significantly increased, or durable goods. Goods demand per capita is marginally decreased. Little one. Can I eat my lunch? No? No, come here. Well, yeah, I have food space for you. Come here. Oh, God, she's such a troll. Little cat troll. Basic necessities are customarily provided without compensation, but practices can differ from place to place. Paid essentials. Heat stamps income per capita increased. Yeah. Resource production efficiency is slightly increased. Free essentials. Trust will rise slightly. People to trust me. They already do. We have no agreed upon way to handle contagious people. Well. Infection badge. Diseases increased. Tension is slightly... diseases decreased. Tension is slightly increased. Supported quarantine. Diseases significantly decreased. Shelter availability per capita slightly decreased. Outsiders. There are no clear rules about who can settle in the city. Allow productive outsiders. Population growth is marginally increased. Heat stamps income per capita is marginally increased. Except all outsiders. Population growth is increased. No common rules. Voluntary and unfocused communal effort does not yield any significant gain for the city. Expedition support. Exploration time is decreased. Material output per capita is increased. Heat stamps per income per capita is slightly increased. Heat pipe watch. Heat demand is slightly decreased. Alright, what's the last section? Society. Funerals. There's a variety of practices regarding funeral rites. Ceremonial funerals. Trust loss resulting from deaths is decreased. Harvesting funerals. Disease is slightly increased. Research speed is slightly increased. There's a harvesting funeral. There are no rules that define who is responsible for the care and education of children. Some are well cared for while others are neglected. Tune. Family apprenticeship. Percentage of active workers is slightly increased. Mandatory school research speed is slightly increased. Heat stamps income per capita is slightly decreased. I am going to propose my first law. And basic necessities for paid essentials. Oh God, is that what my hands really look like? Enforce no common rules. Paid essentials. People are divided. Small step towards equality, small step towards merit. Little one, for fuck's sake, make up your mind, dude. You want on the desk or not? Blizzard!
Blizzard!
Blizzard?
Haha 69, how's Frostpunk 2 beta sloot? I loved the hell out of the first game.
Oop, J Brother, thanks for the big 69. It's interesting so far. Definitely a little different. It's a little more macro, a little less micro for sure, compared to the first one right now. But with like some of the same surrounding issues. We're still diving into it, but I'm enjoying it so far, for sure. Looks very nice, by the way. Very clean so far. Alright, we're going paid essentials. How do I select this? Oh, propose. Put the law into the vote next season. 420 against 20. Hesitant 60. Negotiate. Pressure delegates. Pressure the hesitant delegates, which will sway them towards supporting the law. The more trusted you are, the more effective it will be. Hesitant delegates will be more likely to vote for the law. Relations with all communities will worsen. I see. You are tolerated. Thank you for tolerating me, chat. Wow, so we get 467 and against 18 only. But people will hate me more. Negotiate. How does this work? Negotiations. Not all laws you propose will have widespread support. You can negotiate to have a better chance of a vote passing. After choosing a group to negotiate with, you can choose what to promise them in exchange for voting along with your proposal. That includes actions such as enacting a law they desire, building or destroying a special building, or using an action toward a particular community or faction. Making a promise in negotiations will make all hesitant delegates in a chosen community vote for the proposed law. Additionally, some delegates who are against the law will also switch sides. If the same logic applies if you want them to vote against the law. Factions are more monolithic and will not engage in negotiations about laws that are against their worldview. Okay. Negotiate with machinists. Wait, who's against? Mostly hesitant, mostly hesitant. Let's negotiate with the nerds. They will support the law during the next voting. My terms. Use a community action on machinists. Grant agenda. Let machinists choose the next law to be voted on in the council. That sounds like a poor idea. Everyone must support the extraction work in an effort to gain more resources for the city. Material output per capita increased. This will improve relations with machinists. This doesn't seem like a bad thing at all. To put less pressure on workers, workplaces must keep machines powered around the clock and adjust working hours accordingly. Squalors marginally increased. Workforce requirement is slightly decreased. These are the machinist terms? I mean, these are good terms. Although the other dudes are going to hate me then, right? We could let the machinists decide what to vote on next. To improve relations. Yeah, fuck it. City development effort. 56 people will support the law then. You don't have to... Yeah, but that was like a coin flip to see if it passed then. Well, they're asking you to improve the city, right? But then the nerds are not going to like it. Because fuck them nerds. It's fine. We'll deal with it later. By killing them. Vote. 56-4. 51 required. Easy.
The proposed law
71-4.
has been approved.
Cool. The new law has been agreed on. Good. There are challenges ahead. Improving coal extraction is a success, but the vein will only last so long. We need to explore the Frostland for a permanent source of fuel. That's the first step in our colonization effort. If we don't take it, the city will have no future at all. This concludes the onboarding tasks in this preview. Remember, you can always consult the tutorial. The city must not fall. Frostland introduction. You need to reach beyond your city, not only to survive, but to thrive. The logistics district opens up access to the Frostland. By exploring and exploiting the world outside the city, you can provide your people with nearly everything they need. You can switch between Frostland and the city by clicking the top right corner. Alright, so this is like the scouting from the previous one. Right, little one. How are you sitting on the keyboard, dude? You have so much space. Oh, there's another thing. Zeitgeist. City direction. You can monitor the zeitgeist of your city in the bottom left corner of the screen. Oh, that's new. Oh, I'm covering that up now. Well, then, you have good news. Zeitgeist means spirit of time and describes the direction of your city on 3 axes: technology, economy, and society. The laws you pass, buildings you build, and choices you make all impact the zeitgeist. At the same time, your communities have a natural tendency to favor some solutions over others. Your relations with them will change based on how their views are aligned with the current zeitgeist. Watch your decisions shape the zeitgeist. Be on the lookout for a dissent, which can tear your city apart. Alright. So now we're in kind of free build-ish. Housing, Food Depot Research Institute. That's the hospital that we researched. We need heat stamps. Actually, we just got heat stamps. Oh, no. We need 100 heat stamps. We need 50 more. Enables sending Frostland charting expeditions and moving resources between cities and outposts. Alright, see how that works too. Housing, food extraction, industrial. We've done. I mean, not that, like, we will need more. What's this? William Hoff, 37, Hunter. His face is kind of fucked up, dude. I doubted we could start valuing competency and merit, but these new laws show that we finally do. Maybe now we can make the city better in other ways, too. A place that survives and thrives through adaptation. A society built on respect and tradition. Oh, how beautiful the city would become. Icebloods form in support of paid essentials. Okay. Oh, good. Another faction. Oh, fuck, dude. Icebloods, 5% of the city. Hardened survivalists, they're recruited from the most resilient and capable individuals in the city. This is their manifest. 511 forgers have organized into a faction. Adaptation. It's a harsh world, and only the fittest survive. We must embrace adaptation, fostering resilience in the face of adversity. Merit, resourcefulness, should be rewarded. We should praise personal achievement and reward individual merit. Tradition. We persevere because we honor tradition. This is how we should build our society. They seek to pass community service, outsiders, and childhood apprenticeship. Unlock hunting trip community action. The Icebloods will send some people into the Frostland to hunt game. I see. Okay. I like these guys. They look kind of bald, so I like them too. Some citizens ignited by passion and strong beliefs will organize in groups known as factions. Factions are groups of citizens that are united by common and clearly defined ideology and will actively seek to implement it in all aspects of the city. Factions will propose extreme or radical ideas to be implemented in the city. They will also engage in disruptions such as rallies or protests. You should inspect and familiarize yourself with factions that appear in your city by clicking on their portrait at the bottom of the screen. To keep the control of the city in your hands, you need to understand the desires of factions in the city, assess their fervor at all times, and proactively try to keep them in check unless you wish for them to rule the city. It would make my life easier, to be honest, if they do. Community, faction. What do they have, like little fist icons? Alright. And this is your law cooldown thing. Council's in recess for 6 more weeks. We got 2.9 extra income per week on heat stamps for the law we passed. Max Horkheimer, researcher, looks at Icebloods members leaving the Institute. They keep looking at my hands. Every day they come and pester me about my work. What are you doing right now? Can we push the other research along? Why are you halting the drafting of the law we discussed yesterday? They want to influence what we do. Icebloods. Icebloods want to steer the city closer to their ideals. That sucks. Why is tension so bad? Notable hunger. Wait. People need food to survive in this game as well? Uh-oh. We're slightly in food deficit, chat. Ever so slightly. It's not a big deal, okay? I got this. I heard XCar, but I haven't looked. What kind of update are they doing? I definitely want to look into it. And when is it? And when is said update? It's 100 heat stamps to build food. We can also expand this now. We should build the second food thing up here. Okay. Okay, now we can build food here. It's this week? Oh, brother. There's so much shit already. There's no way we're getting to it right now. I'll leave it up on the side, though, so I remind myself to check it out. I loved Grounded, though, man. Very much. A full New Game Plus? Oh, that's big. Oh, my God. That is definitely tempting to do a full playthrough of that game, then. Nice jump from Little One. She's very athletic. And now she's licking her butthole. What are we researching? Hothouses. Assigned research increases relations. Oh, right, because they liked hothouses. The question is... Food. Can we even build it? This is the drum hothouse we just researched. Bro, getting heat stamps is insanely difficult. Like, everything requires it, and we're barely trickling it in. Well, the food situation's gotten a little better. Let's build a biodrum waste hothouse. 80 food, disease slightly increases. We really need to build a hospital next, too. In fact, I think that will be our next building. Deadly cold. Due to cold, some of our people have frozen to death. 123? Yeah, well, to be fair. That sucks. Well. I feel like the game's a little quiet, chat. I'm going to turn it up a bit. Unless it's like loud on your guys' end. There we go. Turn down music? I don't even hear any music right now. I don't think I've heard music all game, except for the intro. Deaths due to cold. Problems in the city. Steward. A recent cold wave has taken many lives in the city. People were found frozen not only in the open streets, but in some houses and workplaces as well. Grief fills the air, and beneath it, an undercurrent of anger. People fear the horror of years past will return under your leadership. They want the council to ensure new laws can help fighting the crisis. Tension grows. People will keep freezing to death until cold is brought down. Deaths worsen relations with everyone, and as a result, trust falls. I see. And what's our... It's 425. We have... How are they not getting heated? I don't understand. Oh, it's because we're just literally missing housing. Okay, we can pass a new law. That was a rule. Not available in this preview, is what it is. Promised to Ice Bloods. What? I didn't promise them shit. What do they want? Materials output per capita has increased. Everyone must support extraction work and effort to gain more resources from the city. I mean, this is a good thing. Propose. I'll make the Ice Bloods happy as well. I don't know, we just need majority, right? We need 51, so we should be good. Vote. Easy.
The delegates have spoken. The law takes effect.
I see. The machinists are delighted you kept your word. They now look on your rule more positively and consider your leader with integrity. You see, chat? That's what smart people do. Because you kept your promise to pass city development effort, relations with the machinists improve, trust arises. Why did I make that promise, though? Was that when we passed the previous law, when I finagled them? They'll see the truth soon that I am... Oh, we're stockpiling food. Blessed. Okay, we have to fix housing, so more people don't die. Unless it's a Lentia. The problem is just we keep needing stuff. Like, we have to research now as well. Advanced hothouses. This is a cool graphic. It's like cracking through the ice direction. Clever. Neat. I mean, the game definitely looks very nice. Like, it looks polished, right? It feels polished. So far.